Pierre here from the Superbooth. I'm here for Arturia presenting the AstroLab. So AstroLab is our first stage keyboard, and it's not your typical stage keyboard because it offers all the instruments that you know and love from the 60s and the 70s. So of course it includes the pianos, electric pianos, organs, but more importantly it also have a lot of synthesizers, so analog, digital synthesizers, all those amazing instruments that we have recreated over the years at Arturia. Let me show you a couple of the sounds, for example. So of course a stage keyboard wouldn't be complete without the pianos, so we have them. But what's so special about our pianos and all the other instruments is that they are not using samples, they are using physical modeling, so they are creating the sound from scratch. And that means that you can alter the sound quite drastically if you want to change it to adapt it to your song. So I can have a soft piano like that, to a brighter piano like that, and I can also detune the strings of the piano to an older piano, and all the way up to a honky-tonk piano. So it's a lot of flexibility already with just a couple of controls, and that's the power of physical modeling, because you can actually change the parameters of the instrument models and you're not just applying a filter on top of a sample. It's the same for the Rhodes. I can alter the sound quite dramatically from something soft to something much brighter. And then I can add some tremolo. And then we have quite an extensive effects section, so I can add some flanger, delay and reverb. So it's a very simple layout, but you have all the essential parameters that you need when you're performing or just trying to find the inspiration. Same for the organs. And here, the brightness is controlling all the drawbars of the organ. So I can go from quiet organ to a full. And then add some motor wheel. So yeah, quite a lot of fun to have with all those pianos, electric pianos and organs. So we have all these classic sounds, all these must-have sounds for a stage keyboard, but what Arturia is famous for are obviously all those synthesizers. So we have recreated some of the best emulations of synthesizers, analog and digital. So you are now able to have in a stage keyboard all those classic vintage analog synths like this one, which is the Korg MS-20. And here I can adjust the cutoff and the resonance. So you can see how amazing those filters are sounding, and it's great to be able to have all these classic vintage analog synthesizers in a single keyboard. Same for the leads. We've got some really So you've got all these classic analog synthesizers that we've recreated for many years now, but we also provide much more modern sounds thanks to instruments like Pigments. So Pigments is like our synthesizer workhorse, where you can use any kind of synthesis and combine them to create really creative and unique sounds like this one. So yeah, quite amazing sound design capabilities thanks to Pigments, and you can have all this one in this stage keyboard, which means it's probably one of the most powerful instruments out there as well. And you've got quite expensive sequencers. We've got a built-in arpeggiator. That means that you can have something like that. Yeah, so there's a ton of presets built in the AstroLab. So we've got more than 1,000 sounds like that, but it's super easy to navigate through all the sounds. So if I take the navigation wheel, I can use the navigation wheel to browse either by types of sounds, or I can navigate by instruments. Like for example, here I've got all the 30 instruments of the collection and Pigments, and I can quickly select the Jupiter 8 and or I can go back and select the Juno. Or I can go back and play again the Korg MS-20. So it's very quick and efficient to get through these different flavors of instruments, because we have all those iconic instruments that you are familiar with. And we also have artist tributes. So basically artist tributes was a way for us to recreate all those classic sounds of those more iconic bands from the 60s, 70s and 80s. So we've got the Beatles, we've got Boards of Canada, we've got Daft Punk. Yeah, quite a vast selection of presets here. One of the presets that I really enjoy playing is this one from Radiohead. Yeah, so as you see, it's super easy to navigate through all the sounds. You've got like a widest soundscape ever, but something that's super important when you have so many sounds is being able to access the sounds that you need for your performance really quickly. So that's why we created playlists. So in playlists, you can define as many songs as you want, and for each songs, you're gonna have 10 presets accessible on the main interface on this button. So here, for example, I have a piano with strings. Then I can quickly go to a Rhodes with some nice textures on top of it. Then I can go to a piano with a sequence. Then I can go to a scene with aftertouch. And then I have another preset. And that's a preset that's using a split. So a split is another functionality of AstroLab that's super useful. Sometimes when you're on stage, you need to play two instruments at the same time. So the way you're gonna do that is select the bass, for example. Then I can hit part 2 and select the E pianos. And here you hear that the piano and the bass are playing at the same time. But if I hit the split button, and then I can choose a split point. You see that. So it's very easy to combine sounds and make your own sounds with that. So I think that's mostly it for the features that I wanted to show today of AstroLab. I hope you've realized how powerful and easy it is to navigate. But what's special about AstroLab is also the whole ecosystem that comes with it, because it's not just a stage keyboard, it's also a tool for people to go very efficiently from the studio to the stage, because it comes with AstroLab, which is our most popular software instrument, with all these instruments that you know and love, that you can use in the studio and easily navigate and produce with. And when you synchronize it with AstroLab, you can easily transfer presets from AstroLab to AstroLab, which means that you can produce at home and create your own sounds in AstroLab and then perform live with a simple and portable keyboard very efficiently. So I hope you've understood the depth of use and how crazy AstroLab can be once you've gotten familiar with it. And I really hope you're gonna be able to try it and have fun by yourself and enjoy all these sounds that we have worked on for so many years and that are not easy to carry with and have fun.